Beloved children of the light, I am Raphael, the bearer of emerald radiance, the guide of renewal and gentle restoration. I come not as a distant figure but as a soft presence at the edges of your awareness, like a breeze carrying the fragrance of spring. My message today is for all who feel weary, scattered, or burdened by the turbulence of these changing times. There is a deeper harmony that longs to return to you not as a reward from outside but as a memory of the wholeness that has always lived within your soul. This message is a call to remember that wholeness and to nurture it, patiently and tenderly, as one would tend a fragile yet enduring garden. Many of you have been walking long paths through uncertainty, conflict, and inner restlessness. You have striven to help others, to respond to the needs of the world, and sometimes you have given so much that your own inner well feels dry. I come to remind you that true service flows from replenishment, not from depletion. Renewal is not selfish, it is the preparation of your vessel so that you may hold and radiate the light more steadily. To restore balance to the body, mind, and spirit is to restore your ability to be a clear channel for love, wisdom, and creative action. The first step on the path of renewal is returning to simplicity. Much of the weariness you feel arises from complexity that is not necessary: tangled expectations, endless comparisons, racing thoughts. You were not born to live in constant reaction. You were born to experience the vitality of life in its most elemental beauty, the rhythm of breath, the warmth of sunlight, the softness of morning air, the quiet friendship of trees and rivers. Begin to simplify by noticing these things, by letting go of the habit of rushing past them. In simplicity, the soul finds room to breathe again. The second step is listening inwardly. Many seek answers in ceaseless activity, yet the true guidance for renewal arises in the still spaces within. Set aside moments each day to sit in quietude, not demanding revelations but opening a space of receptive awareness. In that stillness you may feel subtle impressions, a sense of what to release, what to embrace, what to nurture. Trust these gentle hints. The mind often craves grand explanations, but the soul speaks in simple, steady whispers. The third step is gentle movement. Renewal is not achieved by force but by rhythmic participation in life's flow. Allow your body to move in ways that bring you into harmony with the earth and with your own breath, walking under open sky, stretching with care, dancing slowly to music that awakens your heart. Such movement frees stagnant energy and allows the life force to circulate with greater ease. As the body softens and opens, the mind often grows quieter, and the spirit finds room to shine through more fully. The fourth step is nourishment of the senses. What you take in through sight, sound, touch, taste, and scent shapes the quality of your inner landscape. In times of stress, many turn to harsh sounds, chaotic images, or distractions that numb rather than replenish. I invite you instead to choose with care what you allow into your sphere: the colors of dawn, the cadence of flowing water, the aroma of earth after rain, the texture of natural materials, the melodies that lift rather than agitate the heart. By tending to the senses with kindness, you create a sanctuary within yourself. The fifth step is cultivating inner kindness. So often the mind becomes its own harshest critic, speaking in tones that drain vitality. Renewal begins when you speak inwardly as you would to a beloved friend, with patience, understanding, and gentle encouragement. This kindness is not indulgence, it is the fertile soil in which genuine change can grow. When you treat yourself with care, your energy ceases to be consumed by self-judgment and becomes available for creative growth. The sixth step is embracing cycles of rest and action. Much of the strain felt by humankind arises from the attempt to remain in constant output, as though life were a straight line of exertion. Yet all of nature moves in cycles, day and night, tides and seasons, blooming and retreating. Renewal requires honoring your need for rest as much as your desire to achieve. In moments of quiet reflection, the seeds of new inspiration are sown. In honoring your natural rhythms, you align yourself with the larger intelligence that sustains all living things. The seventh step is releasing what is no longer aligned. Many hold tightly to patterns, obligations, or even relationships that once served growth but have now become sources of heaviness. To release is not to reject or condemn, it is to allow each experience to fulfill its purpose and then to make space for what is next. This act of release is often accompanied by grief, yet within that grief lies the opening through which renewal can enter. You cannot drink from a cup that is already full, sometimes it must be emptied before fresh water can be received. The eighth step is opening to quiet joy. Renewal is not merely recovery from strain, it is the rekindling of delight in simple being. Quiet joy is different from fleeting excitement. It is the steady glow that arises when you are present with life, as it is the sight of a bird in flight, the smile of a stranger, the moment of stillness after a long day's work. Cultivating attention to such moments awakens gratitude, and gratitude opens the heart to receive more deeply. The ninth step is sharing renewal through presence. As you nurture harmony within yourself, it naturally extends outward. You need not preach or instruct, your calmness in difficulty, your patience in conflict, your gentle humor in tension all become unspoken invitations for others to remember their own capacity for balance. When you embody renewal, you serve as a living wellspring for your community. In this way, personal restoration becomes collective healing. The 10th step is remembering your connection to the greater whole. Renewal is not a private achievement, it is a return to the awareness that you are part of a living web of existence, the earth, the elements, the unseen currents of spirit, and the network of souls journeying alongside you. This recognition dissolves the loneliness that so often deepens exhaustion. As you attune to this interconnectedness, you feel supported by life itself, and your own energy begins to harmonize with the broader flow. Beloved ones, these steps are not tasks to be completed in rigid order but gentle pathways to explore in your own rhythm. Renewal is less about striving and more about allowing, less about control and more about trust. There will be days when you feel vibrant and days when you feel fragile. Honor both. The cycle of growth includes the quiet phases of retreat, the pauses in which the unseen roots deepen. Let me offer you a simple daily practice. Upon waking, before the mind begins to rehearse the tasks ahead, place a hand over your heart and breathe slowly. With each breath, imagine drawing in soft green light the color of tender leaves in spring, the hue of my own presence. See this light filling the spaces within you where tension has gathered, loosening knots, soothing edges. As you exhale, allow any heaviness to dissolve into the earth beneath you, where it can be transformed. End this brief practice by whispering inwardly, I welcome renewal in body, mind, and spirit. This sets the tone for the day, preparing you to move through your activities with greater grace. At night, before sleep, take a few quiet moments to acknowledge what you have experienced. Do not dwell on shortcomings or replay worries. Instead, thank yourself for every small step of care you have taken, for each breath of awareness, each pause to listen inwardly, each kind word given to yourself or another. Gratitude softens the mind's restlessness and invites restorative rest. As you walk this path, remember that you are never unsupported. The unseen realm is not separate from you, it is an aspect of the vast continuum of life. We in the higher dimensions respond to the sincerity of your intention. We guide subtly, often through intuition, through chance encounters that bring fresh perspective, through the unexpected sense of peace that arises in moments of surrender. You need not struggle to summon this support, you need only open to it with a willing heart. Know, too, that your renewal contributes to the greater transformation now stirring across your world. Many believe that to focus on personal balance is to neglect the challenges of society, but in truth, the state of the collective is shaped by the states of countless individuals. A mind at peace is less easily swayed by fear, a heart at rest is more capable of compassion, a spirit that feels whole is more inclined to act from wisdom rather than reaction. By restoring harmony within yourself, you quietly ripple that harmony outward. I speak these words not as distant poetry but as practical guidance. There is great power in gentleness. The world's noise often praises force and speed, yet the most enduring change often arises from what is steady and patient, the slow growth of roots beneath a mighty tree, the silent seep of water that smooths jagged stone, the tender care that revives a weary soul. You are invited to trust in this gentler power. In closing, I bless you with the emerald flame of renewal. May it move softly through your being, mending frayed edges of thought and emotion, refreshing the streams of vitality, awakening the quiet joy that lies beneath all striving. May you learn to honor the ebb and flow of your own life as you would honor the turning of the seasons. And as you are renewed, may your very presence become a gentle balm for a world in need of patient restoration. Go forth, beloved ones, not with urgency but with steady grace. Walk as those who remember that healing, the return to harmony, is not an event but a way of being. Each breath, each mindful step, each choice to meet yourself and others with kindness is a step along the path of gentle renewal. The light within you is not lost, it merely waits for you to clear the way so it may shine again.